A man in a cheap suit stood at the back of the packed press conference hall. On stage, the CEO of NextGen Innovations smiled as she unveiled the company's latest software. For the journalists, it was a carefully rehearsed performance. But at the back, the man started walking. He moved down the center aisle, drawing the attention of every camera. Reporters twisted in their seats, whispering. Who was the stranger interrupting the launch? Akari's practiced smile vanished the moment she recognized him. Kaito didn't look at her. He walked straight to the open microphone at the front of the stage. In his right hand, he held a small module that none of the cameras had seen yet. She reached for the podium to steady herself, her face pale. The room fell silent as every camera swung toward the man in the cheap suit. 1 month earlier, the boardroom of NextGen Innovations was thick with tension. Chairman Ryu had called an emergency meeting.
The board has lost confidence in our current path. We need drastic measures to cut costs.
I've been reviewing our divisions. There is one area where we can make significant cuts.
Ah, the engineer arrives. Have a seat, Kaito.
Kaito, an internal investigation has found evidence that you sold our core trade secrets to a competitor.
They invented a lie. After 3 years of building her company, she threw me away without a second thought.
There is no room for negotiation. Security will escort you out immediately.
2 guards took his arms and walked him through the empty hallway. He didn't resist. He stood outside the building, watching the window of the boardroom. His hands were empty, but his mind was filling with resolve. By the next morning, the news had branded him a disgraced engineer. The headlines were brutal, and his reputation was destroyed. For 3 weeks, Kaito barely left his cramped apartment. Every waking hour was spent on a single purpose.
The code she sold as her own was mine, but her company never filed the patents on time. I did.
He submitted the designs to the patent office, every module meticulously documented with original timestamps. The patent examiner had no doubt. The certificate came back with his name, dated month before her company's filings. On the day the news broke about NextGen's upcoming product launch, Kaito was watching.
She's actually going to try to sell my software. The thing I built from scratch while she took the credit.
He stood up, closed his laptop, and walked to the nearest thrift store. He paid $15 for a suit that didn't quite fit. It was enough.
She thinks I am broken. She thinks I'll just take the blame and disappear. She doesn't know I've been waiting for this.
He put the patent documents in a folder, the prototype module in his pocket, and headed to the venue.
My name is Kaito. I was the lead engineer who built every product you are about to see.
The reporters murmured in confusion. This was the man fired for stealing trade secrets, and now he was accusing the company.
For 3 years, I built every algorithm, debugged every failure, while she stood in the spotlight and took the credit.
Kaito, please, you are making a terrible mistake.
But he cut her off, raising the small module so the patent number caught the light.
This module is the core of your new product line. I patented it under my name 6 months before you even filed.
On the side of the stage, Chairman Ryu's smug expression shifted to something far more dangerous.
You called me a thief to save money, but every original design in this company was stolen from me.
A journalist in the front row stood, her recorder already capturing every damning word.
You wanted a press conference. Now explain to everyone here why your entire company is built on stolen work.
Kaito reached into his folder and held up the patent certificate. The dates were clear, official, and damning.
My name is on this document. The filing date is 6 months before NextGen even submitted a draft.
That can't be right. Our legal team assured us we filed first.
From the side of the stage, Ryu's glare could have melted steel. His board members whispered urgently.
Miss CEO, if Mr. Kaito's patent is legitimate, how do you explain using his technology in your product?
Akari gripped the podium, her knuckles white. She had no prepared statement for this.
I have video logs, time-stamped emails, and every prototype iteration. This wasn't company work. It was mine.
When did you first conceive this module? And what evidence can you provide to support your claim?
2 years ago, in a cramped apartment, while she was in board meetings taking credit. The evidence is all documented.
A shift rippled through the audience. The press began to believe the man in the cheap suit. Without waiting for an answer, Kaito pulled a USB drive from his pocket and plugged it into the presentation laptop.
Watch the screen. This is a recording of my development environment from 18 months ago.
The giant screen behind him flickered, then displayed lines of code scrolling with a date stamp in the corner.
Every line of this module was written by me. The timestamp predates NextGen's first internal memo on the project.
The board members shifted uncomfortably. Ryu's forehead glistened with sweat as the evidence mounted.
That could be fabricated. Anyone can alter a digital timestamp.
The patent office verified every timestamp. This isn't just my word. It's legally certified.
The audience inhaled sharply. The legend on the screen was damning and undeniable.
This is a security breach. Someone shut that off now.
But the damage was done. Kaito's airtime line left the company with no defense. The room remained silent, but Akari's mask of defeat cracked. She looked up at Kaito with a glint of something new.
Kaito, I let you go.
Confused murmurs spread through the audience. The phrase didn't fit the narrative of betrayal.
What game is she playing now? She threw me out without a thought.
The board gave me an ultimatum. Accuse you of theft, or they'd ensure you never worked again.
Ryu stepped forward, his voice cutting. Akari, that's enough. But she didn't stop.
I lied to protect you. I'd rather have you hate me than see you destroyed by them.
You expect me to believe that after everything?
Her eyes glistened, but not with defeat. It was raw, desperate sincerity, a plea for understanding.
I never wanted to hurt you. I couldn't let them take you down with me.
For a long moment, Kaito didn't move. The confession hung in the air like a half-formed truth he wasn't ready to believe.
You are saying you threw me under the bus to save me? That's insane.
Ryu has been embezzling company funds for years. He needed a scapegoat to cover his tracks. I was going to expose him today. I had the evidence, but then you walked in, and I realized I'd already lost.
She had the evidence. She planned to ruin them. Did I just ruin her chance?
Enough. This is a fabrication. She's trying to shift blame. Security, remove them both.
Chairman Ryu, are you aware that any attempt to obstruct the press while we verify claims could be considered a legal matter?
Look at the screen. The file is uploading now. All the transfers, the fake accounts. It's over. Ryu.
A USB drive sat in the laptop. The upload reached 100%. Kaito stared at the screen, then at Akari. The revenge he'd planned no longer felt like justice. As soon as the upload finished, the board members stood abruptly, attempting to slip out the side door unnoticed.
Leaving so soon, Chairman. The press has a few more questions regarding the evidence on screen.
Ryu turned, his face a mask of controlled fury, but his eyes betrayed a flicker of panic.
You have no authority to detain us. Move aside, or there will be consequences for obstructing a private event.
Are you threatening a journalist on live television? The entire country is watching this unfold right now.
The other board members hesitated, glancing nervously between the exit and the cameras rolling behind them.
This is a private event. Security, remove these people immediately and escort them out.
But the security guards looked uncertain, their hands hovering near their belts without moving, eyes shifting warily.
We have every right to report the truth. Running now will only make you look guiltier in the eyes of the public.
The board stood frozen, trapped by the crowd of reporters who had risen from their seats, blocking every exit. Ryu's voice boomed across the hall, a desperate edge cutting through his authority. Security, clear the stage. Get those two out of here now. This time, the guards moved forward, their heavy footsteps echoing as they approached the stage.
If I let them take her, I am no better than Ryu. I came here for revenge, but this isn't justice anymore.
Kaito moved before he fully decided, stepping firmly between the guards and Akari.
Kaito, you don't have to do this. Not for me.
I am not doing it for you. I am doing it because I won't let him win by crushing both of us.
This is defiance against company authority. Remove them by force if necessary.
I have hard drives, paper trails, and timesheets stored off-site. Every dirty deal is documented. Ryu, lay a hand on us, and it all goes public.
The guards paused, exchanging uncertain glances, removing anyone now risked becoming an accessory to the crime. Kaito and Akari stood shoulder to shoulder on the stage, united against the board, but the trust between them still hung fragile and untested. After the standoff, security guided Kaito and Akari into a cramped side room backstage. The door closed behind them with a click.
You should have let them take me. Why did you step in? You have no reason to trust me after everything I did.
Maybe because I wanted to see you face justice with your own words, not be silenced by hired guards. But don't mistake that for forgiveness.
They stood 3 feet apart. The distance felt like a chasm neither knew how to bridge.
Tell me the truth. All those years we spent together, was any of it real? Or was I just a convenient asset you could discard when the board demanded a sacrifice?
You were never an asset. I loved you. I still do. That's precisely why I had to let you go. If I had refused, they would have destroyed you completely.
She covered her face, her shoulders shaking with sobs she'd held back for a month.
Then, why didn't you tell me? Why didn't we fight them together instead of you deciding what was best for me? Like I was some child.
Because I was terrified. Terrified of losing you. Terrified of what they'd do. I made a coward's choice, and I'll regret it forever. But I would do it again if it meant you were still alive.
Kaito turned away, his jaw clenched. The anger was still there, but so was the ghost of everything they had been. The side door opened, and Ryu slipped in alone, a thick envelope in his hand and a desperate glint in his eye.
Let's speak plainly, Kaito. I have 2 million in untraceable bonds here. Yours if you walk away and forget everything.
You think I can be bought? After what you did to me and Akari. That's pathetic even for you.
Think carefully. This money can set you up for life. Reject it, and I'll make sure Akari never works in this industry again. She'll be ruined.
You already tried to ruin me, and you almost destroyed her. I am done letting you dictate the rules. Keep your blood money.
You are making a fatal mistake. I have connections that can make you disappear. Protect her? You can't even protect yourself.
Threaten all you want. The evidence is already public, and I'll make sure every charge sticks. You are done, Ryu.
A heavy silence hung between them. Ryu's composure cracked, his hand trembling slightly with rage.
You'll regret this. When I'm done, you'll wish you'd taken the money and vanished like you were supposed to.
Ryu stormed out, slamming the door behind him. Kaito exhaled, but his hands were steady. For the first time, his path was crystal clear. Kaito opened the side room door and found Akari leaning against the opposite wall. A small external drive clutched in her hand.
Take my patent files. Put everything on that drive. We're ending this together.
The control room has a direct feed to all screens. Sakura said she'd help. Follow me.
They burst into the cramped control room where Sakura was already directing her crew, streaming equipment active and ready.
Sakura, can you push this combined evidence live? We have patents, embezzlement records, everything.
My team can overlay it on the main screen in 30 seconds. This is going to break the internet.
The door slammed open. Ryu stood there, face purple with rage, 2 frightened techs behind him.
Shut it down. I am the chairman of this company, and I order you to cut the feed immediately.
Touch that cable, and I'll make sure your arrest footage gets its own segment. The stream is already live.
On every screen in the venue, and streaming to thousands of devices, The combined evidence began to scroll. Patents, bank records, internal memos, a complete exposure of the board's crimes. The venue doors swung open and uniformed officers streamed in. The broadcast had summoned them faster than anyone expected. Ryu turned toward the intrusion, his face shifting from rage to stark disbelief. The police moved with purpose.
This is a mistake. I am a respected chairman, not some common criminal. Release me at once.
The lead officer ignored him, reading the charges clearly over the noise of the crowd. Ryu's wrists were cuffed. Behind him, the other board members were also restrained, their protests swallowed by the clamor.
Kaito, you think this changes anything? I'll be out in hours, and when I am, you'll both pay for this.
Then I'll testify myself. Every charge, every document. You won't escape justice again.
The audience froze, a collective gasp as Ryu was led past them, his eyes burning with undiluted hatred.
I chose to fight back. Now, there's no turning back. Whatever happens next, at least I stood for something.
The board was dismantled, the evidence undeniable, but the weight of the past still hung between Kaito and Akari, unresolved. Without a word, Kaito and Akari walked back to the main stage. The crowd quieted, sensing a final reckoning.
I need to apologize, not just to Kaito, but to everyone. I falsely accused him under duress.
Kaito stood a step behind her, arms crossed, his expression unreadable.
The board threatened to ruin him if I didn't comply. I chose my company over the person I loved.
I came here to clear my name. I didn't expect to find the truth behind her betrayal.
Tears welled in her eyes. She hadn't dared to hope he would share the stage.
The real criminals are in handcuffs. Her lie was a desperate act, not a malicious one.
A murmur ran through the audience. The anger that had been directed at Akari began to shift.
Thank you for giving me a chance to tell the truth.
The applause was hesitant at first, then grew. Public vindication, yet between them, the distance remained. As they stepped outside, a crush of journalists surged forward, cameras flashing and microphones thrust into their faces.
Make a hole. They've answered enough questions today. Give them some space.
Kaito pulled his collar up, pushing through the chaos and deliberately separating himself from Akari.
I cleared my name. I exposed the board. But I can't pretend the last month never happened. Not yet.
Kaito, wait. Please. We still need to talk. I can't lose you again.
He paused, his back still turned, shoulders rigid. The weight of a month pressed down on him.
I am not running away. I just need time to figure out what's left between us.
Sakura placed a hand on Akari's shoulder, gently guiding her back from the crowd's edge.
Then I'll wait. As long as it takes. I won't give up on him.
Kaito disappeared into the city dusk, leaving Akari alone on the steps, the headlines already rewriting history. Kaito walked without direction, the city noise muffled by the weight in his chest.
The world moved on like nothing happened. But inside, everything still felt shattered.
He passed the cafe where they used to sit on weekends, her fingers tracing the rim of her coffee cup.
She'd laugh at my terrible jokes. Even when the company was falling apart, she'd still laugh.
He leaned against a cold brick wall, pressing his palm to his forehead. The memory cut deeper than the betrayal.
How do I separate the woman I loved from the CEO who sacrificed me? Were they ever different people?
The answer came, not as a thought, but as a single sharp image. Her face when she'd said, "I let you go." It wasn't cold, it was terrified.
She chose a path that hurt us both to keep me alive. It was wrong, but it was also love. Twisted, desperate love.
He pushed off the wall and turned around. His footsteps were no longer aimless.
I can't forgive her yet, but I can't walk away without letting her explain. Not like this.
The old park was empty at this hour, the cherry blossoms pale in the twilight. A single figure sat on the bench near the fountain. Akari sat with her head bowed, shoulders shaking. She hadn't changed out of her business suit, but the CEO posture was gone.
She came here. The one place she knew I'd look if I ever wanted to find her.
The sound of a step on gravel made her flinch. She looked up, and her reddened eyes went wide.
You actually came. I didn't think you would.
She tried to wipe her face with her sleeve, but the tears wouldn't stop. Her composure crumbled completely. Kaito didn't say a word. He crossed the last few feet and sat down on the bench, leaving a careful distance between them.
I came here to talk, but now that I am here, the words feel heavier than I expected.
Silence wrapped around them, filled only by the distant hum of the city and the soft rustle of cherry blossoms. They sat side by side, neither speaking. For the first time in a month, they were in the same place at the same time, willing to listen.
I understand why you did it. The board gave you no choice. But that doesn't erase the month I spent thinking you betrayed me.
I'll spend as long as it takes to earn back even a fraction of your trust. I won't ask for more than you can give.
Then we start from zero. Not as enemies, not as whatever we were. Just two people trying to move forward.
He extended his hand, palm open, an offer of a fragile piece. She stared at it for a long moment before clasping it. The handshake was firm, businesslike, but it held more weight than any contract they had ever signed.
What about the company? The patents are yours. I can't run it without you. I don't want to.
The patents are mine, but the company needs both of us. I'll consult, but you lead. We rebuild it, honestly.
Partners, then. Not like before. Real partners. Maybe one day we can be more, but for now, this is enough.
For the first time in a month, the tightness in his chest eased. It wasn't forgiveness, but it was a start. They sat back on the bench, the silence now filled with something tentative but real. A new beginning, born from the ashes. Kaito stood and offered his hand. Together, they began walking down the park path, the evening light filtering through the trees.
The company won't fix itself. We need a clear plan before the media cycle buries us under speculation.
Agreed. I'll call a board meeting, what's left of the board, and announce a full restructuring. We come clean about everything.
We rebrand. Next Gen is dead. We start fresh with something that actually represents what we build.
First order of business. Get the new CTO a decent suit. That one looks like it lost a fight with a thrift store.
This suit survived a press conference in a boardroom coup. It's got more character than your entire PR department.
For a moment, the familiar ease returned, the spark of their old partnership, untouched by betrayal or guilt.
We license my patents back to the company at fair rates, then open source some of the older modules to rebuild the public's trust.
That's actually a brilliant PR move. We turn the scandal into a story of redemption. I like it.
They walked on, the park path stretching ahead, no longer adversaries but partners in a fragile, honest beginning. The path forked ahead. One direction led to the city, the other toward the river. They knew this was where they'd part. They stood facing each other, the silence now full of things said and unsaid.
Maybe one day, we'll find our way back to more than this. But for now, this is good.
Akari's lips parted, but she only nodded, a single tear slipping free as she held his gaze.
I'll hold on to that hope.
She turned to go, but glanced back over her shoulder. He was still watching, his hand half raised. Then he turned away, and she did the same. The cherry blossoms swirled between them.
I'll see her tomorrow at the office. Maybe that's enough to start.
We'll rebuild. Not just the company, maybe us too.
The park fell quiet again, holding the echo of a promise not yet spoken aloud. The morning after the press conference, the city awoke to a different story. The scandal had been replaced by a cautious, hopeful quiet that settled over the streets. On the skyline, one building now bore a new illuminated logo that seemed to promise something better. The sign read, Next Gen Innovations, Integrity. Not just a name, but a vow etched in light. Inside, Kaito and Akari began the slow, quiet work of rebuilding more than a company. It wasn't a fairy tale ending, but it was a beginning, and that was enough for now. The city moved on, as cities must, but the building remained as proof that the truth could outlast a lie, that trust could be rebuilt brick by painstaking brick. And somewhere in that building, two people looked out at the same sky, not together, but no longer apart. As dusk fell, the lights of the skyline flickered on, including that one hopeful sign, glowing steady and true.